you will get paid $120 per day for being a jury member. Now, recently, my wife got this mandatory jury eligibility form by mail, and she had 30 days to respond, filling in this detail. What you see here is a sample form. This exact form had come by mail at the postal address, and she just filled the form and sent it back. Anytime she's called to be jury, she will get paid $160 per day from day one for the number of days she will have to go as a jury. This is the digital mandatory form. Let's go over what the details are. So it will have a file number, and you have to complete and submit within 30 days of receipt. And if you complete the form online, a physical copy is not required. How you can fill in online? This is the link. The link will be there in the description. And once you come to this link, you see here digital mandatory jury eligibility form. Here you will enter the file number which is given on your letter, your postal code, and then year of birth, and then you will be able to log in. Once you log in, you will have this form which you will be able to fill in digitally, entering the details what is asked here. So look at the questionnaire. So this will have a file number. Right now it shows blank. This file number is what is the reference number. Then it will come with your first name, last name, street address, which includes city, and the postal code. Now this section A will determine what part of form you will be filling. You see here, first question is, are you a Canadian citizen? And second one is, will you be 18 years of age or older by December 31st of the current year? So when I'm making video, it is 2025. If you are a Canadian citizen and 18 years of age or older, and your response is yes, then you go and fill remaining part of the form. If not, if your response is no, in that case, you see here, if your answer no to either question, 1 or 2, do not answer question in section B and C. Sign and date section D. Then please return this form using the provided postage paid envelope. So there will be an envelope which will come, which is already postage paid. If you don't meet these two criteria, Canadian citizen and 18 years of age or above, in that case, once you have selected no, you come down to section D. This is section D. Here you will sign this form, which is I certify that the information I am providing on this form is true to best of my knowledge. Then you enter the date, month and year. So in the format what is given. Once this is done, you put the form in the envelope and send it across. In case your response was no to any one of this question here. If your response is yes to these two, in that case come to section B, which is, did you go to court for jury selection or serve as a juror on a trial or coroner's inquest in this or the two preceding year? So when I'm making video, it is 2025. So two preceding year would be 2025, 24 and 23. If you have been a jury, in that case, you will respond your selection here. If not, you make a choice as no. Then fourth question, serial number 4, does your occupation make you ineligible for jury service pursuant to the Juries Act? Now for this, you see here professions that cannot do a jury duty. You can't be a juror if you are employed as a licensed, as a legally qualified medical practitioner, member of College of Physician and Surgeon who is actively engaged in practice, veterinary surgeon who is actively engaged in practice, coroner, police officer, firefighter regularly employed by fire department, superintendent, jailer or keeper of prison, correctional institution or lockup, warden of penitentiary, sheriff or sheriff's officer, member of the regular and special armed forces and member of reserve force on active service, lawyer or an articling or LPP student during their work term, officer of the Court of Justice, judge or a justice of the peace, member of the Privy Council of Canada, the Executive Council of Ontario, the Senate, the House of Commons, or the Legislative Assembly of Ontario. If you are employed in one or the above profession, you're still required to fill out the jury questionnaire and return it. So, you would still fill this form and return it. So, you will fill your response yes or no. Then come to point number 5. Are you physically or mentally unable to perform the duties of juror? Your answer should be yes, if you cannot be reasonably accommodated to allow you to perform juror duties. So, you have to select your response between yes and no. If you think you can't do a jury duty and it's your civic duty to serve as a juror, but you may not be able to do because of sickness, you are responding to that question as yes if you are sick, and you will be giving the reason. Serving as a juror may cause serious hardship or loss to you or others. Serving as a juror is against your religion. You do not live within a reasonable distance of the court. Example, due to move. So, these are the circumstances under which if you think you can't do a jury duty, you can respond that you will not be able to do the jury duty. And to request a deferral or excusal, you can visit to this link. Again, the link will be there in the description. This request will be considered on case-to-case basis by judge or in case some deferral requested by local sheriff. You may need to provide any available documentation by email supporting your request. For example, receipt for booked travel or a driving license, utility bill, or a purchase or lease agreement with new address. Judge may excuse you, ask you to participate at later date, require you to fulfill your jury duty. So, I hope this helps you. The next question is, have you been convicted of criminal offense that can be prosecuted by indictment for which a record, suspension or pardon has not been granted? So, you know your situation best. You will select yes or no from here. And if your answer is yes to any of the question 3, 4, 5, 6, do not answer the question in section C. So, you will stop here. After you fill this, if any of the response is yes, then you go to section D, which is here, signature, and put the date, put this form in the envelope and send it. Your response has been no to all the first 6 questions. In that case, you come to section C, which is you'll enter your date of birth, print your current or most recent occupation. You will enter it here. Then, do you speak, read or understand English? Do you speak, read and understand French? You will choose your response. For you to be juror, you need to have one of these languages known. And once you make this entry, you enter your mobile or telephone number. If you have an alternate telephone number, you enter here. Then your email address. And then you enter the section D, which is your signature with the date, which is today's date. Once this is done, you send this form by post. If you're filling this form online, it goes instantly. If it is a paper form, then within 30 days, you'll have to send this to this address. And if your address has changed, you can update the new address on top of the questionnaire, fill it out and mail it back to the self-addressed envelope. And the name and address of potential juror are pulled from Ontario Health Insurance Plan, whatever the address is given. So, you have to keep that updated. In case you have received this questionnaire for someone who's not living at that address, For example, they are away at school or moved, please send the questionnaire to that person. If you can't send the questionnaire to the person, write moved on the envelope or on the space next to the address. Return the questionnaire by mail in the original envelope and if opened, in the prepaid envelope provided. How juries are selected? People summoned to jury duty meet at the location, date and time of the summon. At the location, each potential juror is given a number that appears on a ballot card. Court staff randomly select ballot card. If you are selected, you will be provided with instruction about what to do next. If you are not selected, people who are not selected may be asked to return the next day. Whether you are selected or not, you aren't eligible for jury duty for next 3 years. However, you may receive another jury questionnaire. If you receive a jury questionnaire within 3 years of your service, you still need to complete and return it. You had seen it where this question was asked, and that's why you need to fill the question so that in case you were invited and you were not even selected, even then you would be ineligible for next 3 years. This is important for you to know serving as a juror. If you are selected, a judge will instruct you on what to do next. Trial may begin on the same day the jury is selected and last day between couple of days and a few weeks. You will be told the estimated length of trial. You will likely go home each day at about 4:30 p.m. or earlier. So remember this time, 4:30 p.m. or earlier. And then you would only stay in hotel, expenses paid for you. If deliberations have begun, but the jury has not reached a decision by late in the evening. So only under this condition, expense will be paid for you to stay in hotel. Juror must adhere to some restriction to help ensure a fair trial. Instruction will be provided to juror. For example, jurors are allowed not to have any transmitting or receiving device such as cell phone, laptop or tablet. You will not have this with you. Post information related to trial on social media. You will not be able to post anything on social media. Read or watch the news related to the trial. So this is something which you have to remember. When it comes to the compensation and time of work, employers are required by law to give employees time off for jury duty and for people selected to serve as a juror. So employers will be required to give you time off. The law does not require employers to pay an employee's salary. As on October 1st, 2025, the following applies. The flat daily rate, which I talked about, if juror is selected for criminal or civil trial, will receive $120 a day starting from day 1 of service on all sittings day, including weekends and subsequent days if serving. Earlier, this was not there. This is a recent introduction post October 1st, 2025. And eligibility criteria, compensation applies only to jurors not receiving income from their employer during the jury trial. If you are receiving any income from the employer, in that case, this compensation won't be given. It is either of them. You also get a free counseling as a juror so that you are not stressed out and you can talk to a qualified counselor who will help you ease stress after a trial or inquest. When it comes to travel expenses, if you live more than 40 kilometers from the courthouse and are summoned to attend for jury duty or selected to serve as a juror, you are eligible to receive a travel allowance. Please refer to the bottom right section of your summon for instruction about how to ask for travel allowance. So, you have to note that you are responsible for paying own parking fee where applicable. Being summoned for jury duty, if you complete the questionnaire and are eligible for jury duty, you may receive a summon in mail up to 3 years after completing the questionnaire. So that's the window. If you receive a summon for jury duty, you are legally required to attend at the time and place of your summon. The location, date and time of your summons may change. If there is any change, you will be notified by court. To get important updates about your jury duty, sign up a digital notification now. Select your notification preference via email, text message. So you can sign up here and you will get the message. Also, being summoned for jury duty does not mean that you are a juror. People summoned to jury duty are part of what's called jury panel and may or may not be selected to be part of the jury. If you are summoned to the jury duty, it's important for you to know that you should bring your summon and government issued identification with you. Your health card is not considered government issued identification. Your driving license is one example. And then jury panel member go home at end of each day. People going to jury duty are required to attend as a jury panel member for a minimum of 1 day or up to maximum of 1 week. Your employer is required by law to give you time off for jury duty. Employers are not legally required to pay employees when they are on jury duty, and that's why in case you don't get that, you will get a flat rate per day, which I showed to you sometimes back. So when you get this form, don't ignore, fill this form and send as quickly as possible within the time frame. If you're doing it online, it goes instantaneously. So make sure you fill this form, and once this is done, you just wait and watch in case you are called as a juror. Hopefully this video was of help. Please do let me know in the comment section. Thank you.